I am jumping in with an intro before this video actually starts because I want to add something. When I was making this video, I had done a pattern for this quilt block that you are about to see, all just in colors, and I used that image to show you guys an example as to like what it can look like. It looks very scrappy, and you know I love that. But what I ended up doing after I recorded is I took a picture of the actual block that I made and I put that together on paint. It's not like my old quilt shows that I used to do at the end, the digital quilt shows I used to love, but that's a program that doesn't exist anymore. So I just took that one block and I duplicated it, and I had it, like I said, like you will hear in the video, one vertical, then one horizontal, vertical, horizontal. You can turn these blocks any way you want, but I did want to let you know, stay until the end to see it. It's just, I'm looking at it. It's like super cool. But again, I am repeating that one block in this image. Yours would look different if you're using a whole bunch of different prints. But again, it's just to give you an idea. So stay until the end to see how that looks. All right, here's the video. Hi everyone, it's me, Darlene. I am back with a new quilt block. This block will be made using my bricks that I sell. They are 4 inches by 8 inches. If you end up liking the way this came out, you know what you're going to do? You're going to subscribe to this channel. I always ask people to subscribe at the end of my video, and that makes no sense. Please subscribe. Here we go. These bricks, they will need to be trimmed a tiny, tiny bit for this particular quilt block. I've seen this block, the setup, all over the place, but I don't know what size pieces they were using, and I thought, I think that will work with my bricks, and it does. It's 8 bricks for one block, and I am going to be showing you an image just with colors to get an idea of what it looks like when it's all put together, only it won't look anything like this because, I just used colors, not fabric for that image. But I want to show you, this is one set of bricks that I will have for my next Frenzy. I have flash sales every weekend, assuming I can, and a big sale with a lot of fabric to choose from every 5 to 6 weeks. And these are the bricks, and I have a pack here of 50, 2 of each print. There's 25 different prints, and they usually somewhat go together. These happen to be blues, purples, and grays. Sometimes you'll see the scraps from when I do all this cutting on my penny auctions. Link is down below for that. And a pack like this of 50 is $17.50 shipped, USA only. If they were ever to make their way to eBay, they don't, because so far they've always sold out. It would be $21.50 or more on eBay, depending on how popular they are. So you always save if you become one of my exclusive shoppers. Details are down below for that. And I just love these. So that's why I like to make blocks using them. All right, 8 of these. Now the image I'm about to show you would be if you made 20 blocks like I'm going to make now. My $1 patrons, or all levels of Patreon, but it can be at the dollar level, and all my YouTube members, I'll have a little bit more details for them because that's one of the perks I give them. But I'm going to show you the picture right now. And what you just saw was horizontal because it fits better in the video that way. And it's 20 blocks like I'm going to make. That particular one, where's my little piece of paper? I thought I had everything ready for you. Hang on. Yes, I was prepared. If you were to put 4 blocks across by 5 blocks down, it would end up being about 54 inches wide by 68 inches long. Of course, you can make less blocks, more blocks. You can do whatever you want. So you do need 8 bricks per block. If you wanted to make the big quilt, you would need a total of 160 bricks. All right, let's just get started. Very simple. I will say, I think you could do this if you're cutting your own. These are 4 by 8. I think you could do it 4 by 7.5. I think that would work throughout. Or you can do 4 by 8 so you can trim And then you don't have to worry about being exact. And that's what I'm going to do. I'm not going to pre-trim. I'm going to go ahead and make the block. It's going to be set up like this. Very easy. 2 this way, and then 1 top and bottom. I'm showing it to you. I don't know. Doesn't matter which way. And then 2 guys here. Let's do a darker one on this side. And then like that. See? Pretty cool, huh? We're going to just slap this all together. I just want to see, is there anything I want to change here? Kind of like it. I think we'll go with that. So I'm going to start by putting these 2 together. And see how we're not always perfect? That's not perfectly even here. That's why I say cut 4x8s, and then you can trim. Now this we want to trim to 7.5. So I'm just going to take a little bit off each end. Now we're going to add to the top and bottom. And again, I'm not trimming this first. I'm going to sew it on, and then I can trim it. So I'll put those 2 on like that. This is what I have, and you can see that it sticks out. I just tried to center that, and now I can trim, and I can just use the block itself as my guide. Now we're going to do this here and here, here and here. I just think it would be so cool. Like, sometimes I sell those bricks, all shades of purple or all shades of blue, and with 25 different prints, you know, I just think it would look so beautiful. Or mixing purples and blues together, whatever, and just, oh my goodness, because then you would have 50 different prints. So do consider becoming one of my exclusive shoppers, because I think you would like it. I do. All right, I'm going to sew these together, and then I'll be right back. Okay, these strips are done. Now all I'm going to do is kind of, you know, look at the edges here, and I try to leave about the same amount sticking out. I don't care if this line is perfectly centered. That doesn't concern me at all. So I'm just going to do that. I'll go and sew this one on and that one on. This was so quick and easy, and it makes such a nice big block. So now I'm going to trim, and I do want to see, we want it to be square. So let's see, we are at about 14.5 by, yep, about 14.5. So I think I'm good. If you think you might come in, you know, a little bit smaller on some, you could go ahead and square this up to 14 if you want. I think that's what, yeah, that's what I said in my math equation. I don't know what I'm talking about. I think I expected it to be 14. So I could just go ahead and trim it to 14. I like that. Or you can keep it at 14.5 if you want. And all I do is I just kind of center it. Oh, look, we can use this line. So I just need to go 7 out. I'm putting this line on a line. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 5, 6, 7. So I'm cutting on the 5 and the 19. And then even though the other way is trimmed, I still want to go to 14. So do we have a line here? Okay, I'm going to put these 2 here. These 2 seams right on these lines, which is awesome. And in order for me to get to 14, I am going to have to do 1, 2, 3.5 on each side after that seam. 1, 2, 3.5. 1, 2, 3.5. We have a nice 14-inch square block. Now here's the thing. Your first row, you're going to have the block with these 2 vertical. The next block, you would turn it so that these 2 are horizontal, and then the next one vertical. I'm talking about the center pieces. So it would be vertical, horizontal, vertical, horizontal. The next row, you would start with horizontal, because this is vertical, so it would go horizontal, vertical, horizontal, vertical. And it'll make that funky design like you see in the image that I showed you before, that I'll show you again at the end. I think that's all I need to tell you. I was just excited to show you this block. I'm going to hang on to this a little bit. Maybe I can make a little pet bed out of it. If I don't, I will end up putting it on eBay. Always check out my penny auctions on eBay. Link is always down below. You never know what I have there. Lots of scraps and some projects. And again, consider becoming a patron at the $1 level to get my patterns, or at the $5 level for my fabric sales. Thank you so much for watching. I'll be back with more soon. Bye!